Hello and welcome to this tutorial for Layers of London. I'm Natalie from Humap, and today I'm going to show you how to find things on the interactive map. There are several different ways of navigating Layers of London. We're going to look at browsing, highlighted content, overlays, trails, search categories, and text search. On the screen is a table of contents. If you would like to skip to a specific way of finding things, go to the timestamp shown next to the method. Before we get started, there are 4 types of content on Layers of London. Records are the most common type of content on the map. These can be stories, events, images, videos, text, and links. Then there are collections, which are made from groups of records with a common theme. Overlays, which are either historical maps or data that lies on top of the base map. And trails, a walkable series of records that you can explore online or in person. The first thing you need to do is open up Layers of London and click Explore the Map. This will take you to the map home screen, divided between the map on the right and the information tray on the left. Firstly, I'm going to show you how to browse the map. The browse function is great for finding content in a particular area, and also for just exploring the map to see what grabs your interest. Click the compass icon in the information tray toolbar to be taken to this screen. When you click Browse, the records can be any kind of content, and, as you can see, the tray fills up quickly with different types of information. The browse function works by returning results based on the section of the map that is visible. Each pin corresponds to one result. To refine the results, you can manipulate the map by zooming in or out and moving the map around. To zoom in, click on the plus icon in the top right-hand corner of the map and click the minus icon again to zoom out. The results shown in the tray will then change, returning results for the new area. To move the map around, move your cursor onto a section of map without a pin and left-click. You can then drag the map around in any direction, and the results tray on the left will change accordingly. The Layers of London team have a range of curated, highlighted categories and quick starts on the map homepage. These are on a variety of topics from archaeology to health and welfare. Clicking on these buttons will take you to a filtered search page dedicated to that theme or topic. The Layers of London toolbar also has a section for overlays and another for trails. To specifically browse overlays, click on the middle icon that looks like a square overlaying another square. You can then scroll through the results in the tray, just as before. To see trails, click on the icon in the toolbar that looks like a map pin with a route. You can then browse trails and get a closer look at any that may interest you. So those are all really useful, but what if you need results that are a bit more specific? To get to the search screen, click the magnifying glass in the toolbar. If you're looking for something specific that isn't highlighted, the quickest way is to use the pre-existing categories and taxonomies that the Layers of London team have created. As you can see, every borough of London is listed, and so are several of the most common categories. So let's say that I want to find records that are about politics and government in Southwark. I would click the Southwark checkbox and then scroll down to Politics and Government. If I wanted something even more niche, I could also click the downwards arrow to find more specific subcategories. There isn't a limit to the amount of categories that you can click, and if you change your mind, you can untick the box by clicking it again. The 4 types of content on Layers are listed near the bottom of the search screen. On a default search, all of these boxes are ticked, so all types of content can be returned. If you don't want to see a specific type of content, you can click that box to unselect it. Next, you can decide if you want to return results for the entire map or just the bit you can see on the right side of your screen. The default search setting is the whole map, but to set it to the area visible on the map, click this button. When you have clicked all the boxes you want results for, click Search to see your results. You can then scroll through the tray to see what was returned. To return to the search page, click Search again in the top right-hand corner of the information tray, or click on the magnifying glass in the toolbar. Click Clear Your Search in the top right-hand corner to return all the boxes to their defaults. At the top of the search screen is a text box where you can type in your own search terms. You can use these alongside the pre-existing categories, or you can use the search box on its own. So let's say I am clicking the tick boxes for Merton, Hillingdon and Haringey, and I want to know about housing, infrastructure and the environment in the Victorian era. There aren't taxonomies for time periods on layers of London, so I'll go to the search bar and type in Victorian. You can click Search at the bottom of the tray or press Enter on your keyboard while selecting the search bar to proceed. Once again, the results for your search will then be displayed on the left side of the screen. Click on a record to read its contents, or a collection to see what records it is made of. Let's try that again with a different example. The Charles Booth poverty map is a well-known feature of Layers of London, but how would I go about finding it? I could use the Overlays tab, but then I would have to scroll through all of the overlays on Layers of London. I could go to the text search and type in Booth, but there are a lot of records on Layers of London that use the word Booth somewhere in their text. I could scroll through the records, or I could go back, type in Booth, scroll down, and deselect every type of content except overlays. As you can see, the Booth map is the first result. Okay, we have now covered every way of finding content on Layers of London. Remember, if you find some content you really enjoy, you can use the social media and email icons at the bottom of the page to share it. An easy way to share your findings with the entire community is to tag it with #LayersOfLondon and #Humap. We hope you have enjoyed this tutorial for finding content on Layers of London.